Robert will sort of look over at Lunas and say, that exactly. He'll say, Alex, shut the fuck up!
That was beautiful. Perfectly timed. Good job, Alex.
Guys, he flipped me off.
Where last we left off, Team Serenity reunited rather unexpectedly with their tiefling friend who had gone missing previously in the arms of a djinn, as you so lovingly referred to her. As mysteriously as Serenity disappeared from the lives of the party, she reappeared, and you guys briefly discussed with her everything that she had missed, and faced down a rot troll, whose regenerating was a momentary jump scare, although not really much of a threat to our intrepid adventurers. As you guys proceeded through the library searching for documentation on dragon marks, you encountered a magical plant, giant rose that was capable of tricking you into believing that your most immediate desires that it was able to rip out of your brain were in front of you. However, not to be fooled, the party quickly revealed the threat and defeated it. So once again, you find yourselves...
That would have been a huge cup of coffee there.
Following the indexers through the archive of Runeberg towards your next destination. Walking through the ever-darkening hallways and just kind of breathing for another day of these past few weeks. Just the stale, musty air of old books and old wood, and the strange, ozony smell of the infinite torches in the places where they are actually lit. As you follow the indexer from turn to turn, following it up trapdoors, downstairs, you are walking through a normal-looking hallway when suddenly the floor begins to rumble around you, and there's this deep rumbling noise and cracking, and you start to see that some of the hallway is slightly twisting sideways beneath your feet and all around you, and you can hear the wooden planks begin to buckle under the sheer force of being rotated. What are you guys doing? We're getting right into it. Go ahead and roll initiative, first of all.
We're Lux.
So George, just go ahead and give me a brief rundown one more time of what we're looking at there.
So you guys are standing in a straight hallway. You're just walking down it as normal. It's very dimly lit by some old looking magical torches, and as you are walking down it, beneath your feet, the first thing you notice is this like creaking sound, and then you see the general shape of the hallway just behind you and underneath you is starting to slowly turn and list clockwise, whereas like 20 feet ahead of you, it's starting to turn and list counterclockwise, and you can see that a bunch of the wooden beams and columns and supports that hold this place up are bending with the twisting force and starting to splinter.
So it literally looks like the hallway itself is just twisting away from the rest of the hallway, and like it feels like the floor is coming out from under us. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You guys remember seeing that huge ravine before?
Yeah.
Happening again.
Okay. And just. Yeah, I guess we're in initiative, right? So let's go.
Yeah, I guess Jen will just have to miss our opportunity.
Shit! Jen, yeah, Marine freaks out.
Serenity.
We going forward, back?
Pick a direction that you think you'll survive by going towards.
How far can I see a point in the hallway where it's not doing it? Down, ahead?
Roll a perception check. It's dim. Even with your dark vision, it's difficult to make out as everything is twisting.
We don't have to go home, but we can't stay here.
You can see about 60 feet ahead of you, the hallway flooring and walls are actually go down slightly, like they slope down, and you think you can see like stone columns there.
Then
Stone would be what we want.
I
Stone
guess
is
I'll
the
just fucking try to run through to the stone area.
Okay.
I don't know.
As you start to run through, the hallway is like twisting and shifting underneath you, so that is difficult terrain.
Okay.
And as you're going, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
That's not
As
good.
As you're kind of sprinting, the wooden boards beneath your feet start to twist and snap right as you step, and your ankle gets dragged down partially into the floor as it twists, and you start to feel this pressure close around your leg. You barely have the moment to rip it out before the sheer forces of the moving planks would just probably take your leg with them. And so you do manage to extract your leg, but you, in the process, take 4 slashing damage, and probably get a few
Okay.
splinters.
If I dash, I can make it 50 feet
50 feet, you said?
at difficult terrain, right? So half
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
you're
so-
10 feet from. As Serenity sprints out off into the darkness, you can see that there's a slight sloping staircase, and at the bottom of it, there's a stone hallway that doesn't appear to be bending and twisting. Right now, you're still standing on the staircase, though.
Yeah. I'll yell back that it's not moving up here. There's stone.
Sounds like up
How
there it is.
far? How far?
60 feet.
60 feet.
Okay.
And then, am I still standing in moving spot where I am? 50 feet?
Yes.
Then I will, bonus action dash and get out of the moving bit.
Okay.
I'll spend a key point to just get to solid ground and then wait there to try to help people through when they get there.
Yeah. So you almost make it, and you realize you're not going to be able to make it all the way, and you push, you expend some of your ki, and there's just like this extra supernatural strength flows into your legs, and you just make that last leap for those 10 feet and make it into
Yeah.
the kind of tuck and roll onto the stone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll yell 60 feet.
Magnus Valor.
Okay, who's not very fast?
All of it.
I've got it. I'm fine.
How fast is Marine? Oh no, she's a rogue. She can like bonus action all this shit. Alright.
And you.
Yeah, and if Paxon, you could help Robert, because I think he's gonna need that save, but Magnus will grab hold of Lunith, and we're gonna dimension door to the other side.
Okay. Like I said, you can't actually see to the other side. So are you just kind of guesstimating based on where Serenity yelled from?
Yeah, because it says specifically it can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction. So Serenity said it's about 60 feet ahead.
That's why I
Or,
asked.
so you could theoretically describe, 60 feet ahead, and she said he was on the staircase, so either slightly up or slightly down, depending
Okay,
on which way the staircase.
Can you roll an Arcana check for me, Magnus?
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh. Gonna dimension door him into the fucking wall.
It's fine.
So
gonna
as
work
as you
great.
look around and see that
As we're losing your
the
light.
remaining party members may have this in hand, you grab your blade and just kind of cut a slit and dive into it, and you guys just watch as Magnus disappears. Magnus, when you arrive inside of the stone ceiling there, and the stone ceiling and you just explode into rubble. And as listed in the spell, you take 16 points of force damage as you are shunted out of the wall you teleported into.
Oh, that's fine. That's literally 1 point of damage.
Am I taking that too?
Did Lunith go with her too? Oh, yeah, if you
did
grab
say I was
Lunith, then
taking
Lunith
her.
also takes 16 points of force damage.
Oh, okay.
As you guys collapse in a rumbling pile just above Serenity.
Hey, listen, I'm slow as fuck. That was 2 turns in there, minimum.
Serenity kind of like jumps back at you guys just appearing in front of.
Yeah,
Yep, no,
I could
it's
do
surprise
that
for
now.
me too. Surprise for me.
At the end of your
Fucking magic.
your turn, Magnus, in between your turn and Robert's turn, I need everybody who's still in the hallway, so Robert, Paxson, and Marine to make dexterity saving throws. Yeah, Arion manages to weave his way, kind of protecting his delicate wings. He like tucks them in and tries, but he's also trying to fly, so he doesn't have to be standing on the ground. So it's kind of an awkward maneuver. And in that moment, there's like a twisting beam swinging towards you that you have to avoid.
And I don't.
And you don't. You and Robert each take 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's
Well,
a little bit.
Let me tell you what right now. That beam takes 11 cold damage.
Fuck it up.
Yeah, and so as the beam swings and conks you across the head, your icy spell aura that you still have on you just shards out and shatters the beam around your head. Still
Just
hurt,
mad.
but
Just annoyed. So did you say 23? Is that how much you said?
yeah.
You guys remember that rose we fought? My HP certainly does.
You're fine. You're almost at
Oh.
100 EP. You're almost at triple
Okay,
digits.
so now that brings us to Robert's turn proper.
Alright, Robert is like rubbing his head and he looks over at Paxson and Arion. He looks over at Marine and he looks back at who is just catatonic for some reason. And he looks back at Paxson.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
It's okay. You're the only one who didn't take damage. You're fine.
Yeah. So
I
Robert
heard
will
something
look
about
up
a death
at.
save.
You made it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Robert will look at Paxson and say, "Can you make it out of here?"
Yeah, I think we should be able to get out of here.
Okay. Robert will go and run over and grab Marine, and he'll cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
What are you?
And,
Robert, roll an Arcana check.
Copying me.
and he's like, hopefully I'm better at Magnus based on the sound of it. Let's see. Oh, he's so good at
Oh,
Yo, you ready to get smugged on?
that.
Yeah, so you hear the sound of the magical force explosion of Magnus phasing out of the ceiling with Lunith in tow. You're like, okay, slightly lower, and you just kind of, as you wing your way through the thing, you grab Marine and drag her through, and Marine, for a moment you feel a piercing cold as you guys travel through an extra dimensional space before you end up.
I'm resistant to cold damage.
It doesn't actually cause damage. I'm just flavoring the way that
Let me
Robert's
have
It's just Robert gave you a hug and he's feeling super chilly lately.
You guys appear surrounded by some kind of frosty mist by where Magnus and Lunith are prone on the ground, covered in a little bit of rubble.
Yeah, as we're on the ground, I immediately get to look at Magnus with slightly lowered eyelids, not say a fucking word, just look over. As I get back up, push up my feet, just staring at him.
Yeah,
Is that the end of your turn,
Magnus
Robert?
is just gonna spend a moment on
Yeah,
the
that's it.
ground.
That's all you got.
Lunith.
Serenity jumps again at more people appearing out of thin air.
Oh shit, Paxson!
Yeah, they weren't nearly
Oh,
this
we're still not
blinky
touching you.
the last time you knew them, Serenity.
Yeah. It's fucking magic.
Can't believe Robert's
So getting
like
back up
stealing
and
my
wiping
thunder
myself
and
off
my
of both
spells.
frost and stealing. You'd be like, oh, easy come, easy go. Let's go. There's nothing I can do to help those guys.
Paxson
I'll be an
Maze.
active hindrance.
We both know who the main player of this escape is about to be.
Alright, Arion, time to go.
So as Arion starts to fly you through the rapidly deteriorating hallway, he starts to like bob and weave through, demonstrating some impressive aerial acrobatics. Your Pegasus glides you through the place. and unfortunately, just one more beam swings low for you. It's difficult for him to see it coming, unfortunately, and it just a twisting piece of wood. You hear it snap and heading towards you. Make a dexterity saving throw. You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage as another piece of wood slams into your side.
It's fine, guys. I'm fine.
You're battered but unbroken as Arion comes to a skidding halt at the end of the hallway. You guys just stare down the hallway as this wood just twists and shears, and the whole hallway collapses downwards into an enormous chasm, the bottom of which you can see a faintly glowing red line. It just, the whole hallway of wood and stone and everything just is falling down this huge thing. Beneath, you can see other hallways that were here, also struggling to hold up. You guys just watch as this chasm opens, and you actually feel the stone hallway that you're in start to descend and sink slightly into the ground. It sinks about 200 feet before finally halting, and it seems that other than just the sounds of rubble and stuff pouring down the chasm, the library is done shifting for now.
Did it like realign with any of the hallways, or is the chasm still there and huge?
No, there's just a chasm in front of you. 200 feet above you, you can see where the other hallway that you were originally walking in.
What on earth is this library?
As interesting as that all is, I'm not very comfortable standing next to it anymore. Let's get going.
I don't know if that's normal or something is terrible happening to the library, but you know what? I don't think there is a normal in here.
Do you
I think that's pretty normal for
tell
her.
the headphones when we get back that a huge chasm might be opening up under... Are we even still under the city? Oh god, I hate
I'm pretty sure we're in
Sure,
another,
presuming we don't end up falling into it at any point. Let's go.
As if to
Your lead, Robert.
As if to put an exclamation point on Robert's point, one little flagstone on the very edge of the chasm just chips away and falls.
That's yeah. Robert's gonna start walking down the hallway.
Yeah, maybe we go.
There it was, boys. My other 4th level spell, Dimension fucking Door.
Honestly, beautiful.
Yay, Mr. Sorcerer.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna expend a 3rd level spell slot on Aura Vitality because it's the only way I have to heal myself.
You watch as this blooming aura appears around Paxon and begins it appears to be glowing. He does have plate, so you can't see, but you assume that it is healing him. Paxon, you're the only person who's really aware of the extent of the bruising and bleeding that's going on beneath your armor.
What does the what does our marker say?
Yeah, let's have a look at that. Who's got it?
I think I
Paxon?
actually have that one, yeah. Let's see where it's going.
So as you activate the indexer, for a second it is pointing straight up, and then there's a small spitting dot for about a minute before it points to the left of the fork that you're standing at.
Alright, to the left.
Good, I thought that would never end.
God, I hate loading screens.
Yeah, so we'll go that way.
As you guys begin to walk down the hallway, you find that the indexer points you a lot more towards some to ladders, up trapdoors. You take a few elevators up as well before you finally find that the indexer seems to be satisfied with your level of elevation and begins to point you down normal hallways. But that climb takes a few hours, so you guys have some time to discuss anything you might want or do any kind of just walking activities. I don't know if anyone even has anything that they would do in that time, but otherwise it's just kind of a grim climb.
If we've got free time, I'm gonna pass to Serenity the cloak, the spider cloak.
Cool.
Alright, I'm gonna
Can't put it on yet, but I'll take it.
It'll be attunement when you get a chance.
Serenity will, while trying to be just periodically glances back at Marine.
Where is the book right now? The Book of Con and Increase.
I assume Robert has it. In the,
I presumed in the bag, but I
yeah.
couldn't remember if somebody else had it or not.
It ain't the bag.
Yeah,
No?
Lunith probably has it from when he was identifying.
Robert will sort of look over at Lunith and say, that exactly. He'll say, Alex, shut the fuck up!
That was beautiful. Perfectly timed. Good job, Alex.
Guys, he flipped me off. We need to figure out who's gonna read that book.
What are its properties? That's the,
+2
Well,
con.
Increase your vitality.
I'm
In a
feeling pretty
supernatural
good
manner.
with my, vitality. I'm
I don't
happy
need
with
it.
its current standing.
Listen,
I mean,
everyone could use it.
That's the
This
thing, is that
this is the thing.
this is good for everybody, but in all reality, I believe the answer was quite obviously Robert.
I would be able to make use of it to help me better maintain my spells
Yeah, if
when I have them up.
unless you want a rerun of Dragon Experience, I believe we had a trial run of why con's important to you.
Yeah, but I don't want to take it without everybody's say so. This is a powerful item.
Of course.
What does everybody else think?
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Yeah, I sure. don't care.
Help you
Read it,
keep
Robert.
spells up. Probably useful for you.
And hey, you keeping spells up keeps us up, so I think it's an everybody win scenario there.
I appreciate this. I will not let you down. And Robert will take the book.
Sounds like a baseless promise, but I mean, hey, if we can prove that,
I
hell
already
yeah.
have.
Robert will take it from Lunith and he'll begin reading it in his downtime. All right. How long have we been traveling at this point, George?
It's
So
probably
there's a few hours to the top.
yeah. I think
I won't-
it's probably getting near-ish to the end of this day. Probably like 2 more hours of adventuring time before you guys are probably finally taking a rest. You could also just take it early if you wanted to keep spry.
I'm pretty sure this is still the same day we re-entered the dungeon. It's been a long day.
You know,
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay on slots and everything like that. Like, I'm good to go still. What are you looking at there?
I think we're
Let's-
good for just
let's
another
push
2
on
hours
for
of
one more
travel.
fight. Yeah, if we happen
Okay.
to run into
Yeah, we
one more
can.
fight, then we'll be okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
All right, George, we'll push
I'm
on.
gonna stretch a little bit and be like, hey, you know what? I was meaning to ask you guys. So, why did you take the indicator for dragon marks?
Because
Magnus
of
just dead
what?
stares him.
I had no say in the matter.
Oh
I'm just
yeah, no,
curious.
Magnus took it because he very specifically wants to know what exactly you had him complete.
Hmm.
Alright, just wondering.
I didn't care. All right.
As you guys continue to make your way through the library and having that slightly tense discussion, actually, I have a marching order from you guys, don't I? Oh, I should put Serenity back on the marching order and back in the
Yeah.
party.
I'll bring up the rear.
As you guys
I'm gonna throw
continue
my sensitivity.
to delve forward into the library, like the reason I was asking your order was because Robert, I need you to make a perception check. You can hear voices
Oh my God!
up ahead, Robert,
Robert will go and hold his hand up in a fist.
just echoing down the hallway.
He'll go and hold his fist up. Can he tell at all what is being said?
You can't make out exactly what's being said. It sounds kind of distorted and weird. But it sounds vaguely like an argument. The voices are higher, so you attribute a female gender to them kind of instinctively, but that's really all you're able to tell.
Robert
That's
will
kinda
turn around to
sexist.
Marine and he'll whisper, Marine, 2 females from what I can tell. You're up. We'll find out.
Three
Three females from what I can tell.
That's kind of sexist.
Quite the assumption.
Cool, I'm just gonna stomp forward then. Don't tell me what they are then, if I'm wrong.
Fine. Okay, I'm gonna sneaky.
Okay,
Snap.
roll a stealth check.
Dude!
Jen!
Jen!
I could,
Robert, you should probably ping her with message every 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, as long as she's in range,
Are we
I'll
there
hit her
yet?
with message.
How about now? Are we
Hold on.
How's it going? You can respond to this message.
Marine.
So what's up?
As you.
What'd you eat for
Oh,
lunch?
George, sorry, real quick. I will put Diaz on her shoulder,
Oh.
Okay. Are you going
and
blind
I
and
will
deaf?
watch through his eyes. Yeah, I'll walk over past Lunith to Magnus and put my hand on Magnus's shoulder, and then go blind and deaf.
Wow, you trust me with that. Thanks.
Yeah, so you just watch this
You're
like
too much of a
inky
cinnamon bun to
blackness
do anything.
appear over Robert's eyes. And Marine, as you stealth with the small hummingbird perched on your shoulder, you rolled your stealth check. As you go forward, you can see you kind of have to turn a corner to keep walking forward, and you can see that you arrive at this area. There's kind of a big kind of welcoming arch into the area, and as you start to walk, you see that there are doorways to your left and to your right, just continuing as far down as you can see, in like evenly spaced apart, and there are also evenly spaced tables in the middle of this hallway, with lanterns kind of sitting lit up and just kind of casting light over this whole area. This is a lit up portion of the library. The voices that you hear appear to be emanating from three kind of floating, wispy-looking white silhouettes. One of which seems to be wearing a pair. The only colored thing on her is a pair of red glasses. One of which is wearing a tattered bit of armor, and one of which is this kind of gaunt, very thin and kind of wiry, muscular physical form. And you see them; they're floating 2 or 3 inches off the ground, and they appear to be arguing. I will share this map with you.
Okay.
They smell it in the air.
They haven't noticed
know
you yet. They appear to be looking down at something on the ground that you can't see because it's kind of blocked by the table, the angle you're looking at. And they are bickering, just kind of back and forth in common. You kind of pick up some snippets of it as you're listening, and they appear to be arguing over who gets what they're kind of motioning to, and they are also accusing each other almost constantly of theft of some kind.
I think I know what this is. Okay, I want to shut the fuck up, Robert.
You just spamming her goddamn.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, if I cast Mage Hand, I'll make a stealth check to stay hidden.
Yeah, roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Advantage.
You do not get
Yes.
advantage from your cloak because
What?
this is not a check that relies on hearing or that relies on sight, right? You're casting a spell that has verbal components,
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
You got this though.
and
Look
they
at
don't
that
have
plus
disadvantage on noticing you.
12. Oh yes,
Hey.
you got this.
Okay.
Fucking rogues, man.
As
Can
you
I have hamburger help?
you silently weave the little hand-burger into existence.
Okay, so I'm float over here. They'd notice anything?
As you float the invisible hand over, no, they don't notice anything.
Okay. So they don't have invisibility or true sight.
True sight.
Whatever it is. I'm gonna see if I can touch whatever
Poke
it
it.
is. Yeah, basically. I'm trying to feel
Tactile
like
clues.
yeah, basically.
Okay. As you kind of feel around, roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Fuck.
As you kind of feel around, you can feel something made of kind of a leathery material. You're not really sure exactly what it is as you feel around, but it feels like it is like a leather object. It's kind of light. It feels like it's got fairly articulate like weaving on it.
What's the shape?
So roll a stealth check at disadvantage at this point if you're kind of feeling around more specifically for its shape, just because it'll move, right? So as you feel around, kind of very carefully, try not to shift it too much. It feels like there's straps and a buckle, and you're feeling the general shape of a bag of holding. Actually, it's very familiar. It's like the one that Robert has.
I really want it.
Snatch and run!
I'm considering it, but would Marine do it?
Yes.
Just
Absolutely.
Give us like a
Okay,
5-second warning. Give us
Wait, how heavy is it?
15 pounds.
I think the hands limit
Yeah.
is 5.
I think it is.
It could start dragging it slowly.
You'll be like, hey, stop doing that.
I'm gonna cast invisibility, sneak forward.
Okay.
Snatch and run.
Yeah, basically.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna come up to under this table.
Roll another stealth check, obviously. If
Sure,
you're casting
yeah.
invisibility, because that also has
Just
broken
a heads up.
components.
Just a heads up.
Oh yeah.
You're invisible.
Wait, what?
Bird is not invisible, so bird.
I'm putting the bird in my pocket.
It chirps.
You stuff the
Angrily.
delicate little hummingbird into your pocket. It
It
chirps.
does not chirp. Yeah, it's concentration, and I can't cast cantrips while I have concentration up, right?
As long as you're not
Yeah.
concentration, you can.
Oh, in that case,
It's gonna break your invisibility though if you cast a spell.
it probably doesn't matter.
Oh
It's
god.
probably fine.
Sorry, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna get right up to here. Now I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud, grab it, and run.
You are, so you'll cast Fog Cloud, then you'll roll initiative. So go ahead.
Okay. Let me just mark off I used a second level spell. Okay, so initiative. Yes!
There we go.
Let's see.
So as you cast Fog Cloud down, the banshees are just like they start to scream. You can hear them beginning their banshee wail, but they are technically surprised, so they can't really do the like effect banshee wail for a little while. So what's up?
Okay, I'm grabbing the thing and I'm running.
Okay. As you
20
grab
foot
the
radius.
bag off the ground, what's your movement?
It's oh boy. 30 plus 30 plus 30.
Okay, a lot. As you just
Yeah.
sprint out of there, you're
Zoop.
gone. You're like by the party. By the time the banshees can even act, and you just hear these like wailing screams down the hallway as Marine sprints around the corner and comes to a skidding halt by the party. You guys
With a
just
shit-eating
hear-
grin on her face, and
she's
she
holding a
tosses
bag of holding. You guys hear these
Shit.
wailing screams from down the hallway, just.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Robert opens his eyes, and he makes Dios
she
disappear
also-
from her pocket and
Oh.
regains him. So he
I
has
was gonna
Dios
toss Dios at you.
Gonna fuck a bird.
They can fly. Have you ever thrown a bird? They're fine.
Never thrown a bird.
Alright, but something's coming, yeah?
Okay, get ready.
They'll probably
Robert,
figure it out.
Robert readies
But
himself. He's gonna hold the javelin of lightning, and he's aiming down the hallway in case he sees anything coming.
I think today I will.
yeah, get
Prepare
ready.
yourselves.
So, for now, we're just going to say that the tables aren't there. We're going to ignore the tables. We're just going to use this map.
Oh, I just closed it.
So they're going to come down the hallway at you guys. Like I said, we're ignoring the tables for now. So I'm going to place the rest of the party on here, and the banshees. Everybody else can roll into initiative. The banshees come screeching down the hallway at you guys, and we will start on the first banshee's turn in initiative. And
Can I throw my javelin?
did you say you were preparing to throw your javelin?
Yeah,
He
instead I
did,
was holding it, waiting to see something.
Oh, okay, yeah, then sure.
Alright, is there any way I can get more than one of them, or are they, like, perfectly lined three across?
They're traveling down the hallway in a line like you currently see them, so...
Cool. Alright, so we'll hit the middle one then. This one is the one that gets the attack roll then.
Okay,
Yeah.
as you send the javelin of lightning arcing past, and you hear as it sticks in the wall.
Yeah. Damn it!
That brings us
lightning
to
hit?
this Banshee's turn.
You're still targeting Pacto.
She will fly forward at you, just kind of moving in this like
Why is it the
uncomfortable
Banshee's turn?
kind of wavy pattern down the hallway. And she just comes
Shouldn't
up.
it start from the top?
Huh?
No, because he's.
Like I said, we're
That's-
starting at the Banshee's turn. It doesn't really matter where.
Oh, okay.
I guess it kind of matters.
I guess because we wouldn't have gone anywhere. We were waiting anyway, so
Hmm.
until they arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, assuming you guys had rolled into initiative when Marine did, right? You
Yeah.
wouldn't have
No,
been
that's
taking
Oh,
turns
okay. Yep.
until they came around the corner.
Yeah.
So this one is going to streak forward towards you, and is going to scream in your face, Robert, and also
Wow, rude.
at everybody else within 30 feet of her, which I'm pretty sure is all of you. Since you all succeeded, you will all take... Oh, so you get this. Everybody takes 7 points of psychic damage.
I'd rather. I think I'm cool with that. No, yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Paxton loses concentration on whatever he was concentrating on.
Oh!
Bless.
That brings us to Magnus's turn.
Hey, this seems like a really bad guy. I also get the vague feeling I'm gonna want the shield.
By the way, the
instead of
scream
other
that she screamed at you was actually words, and they were "give it back."
Uh-oh.
Give what back?
thing. Magnus is
Looks at
Marine.
Marine.
What did you
I'm
do?
Marine.
Marine sweats loudly.
Gonna step up and we're gonna swing a sword at this man, woman, whatever the fuck she is.
They're big.
It's one.
Ghost.
Yay!
What
Wow.
gender are you? Ghost.
And then second
What's-
attack.
What's in your pants?
Ghost.
Ghost bits.
Ectoplasm.
Banshee whale.
Ectoplasm.
That is what I just said.
I
Thank you,
don't
George.
think they have too much health.
You didn't
And
say it loudly or not distortedly enough. One of those.
question.
George, what a good joke.
Putting something away,
You
is
came up
that
with it. I'm so
like
glad I
a
thought of it.
bonus action or dropping something? I guess
No, it's
Dropping
feature.
is free.
dropping,
yeah,
is
dropping
free.
is free.
And then like drawing a shield,
Object
that's an
interaction.
action.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
drawing a shield's an action.
Okay, okay. Just for future reference, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You have the rod, right?
Yeah, at the moment, I'm hoping to switch it out for the shield at some point, maybe.
Oh,
Gotcha.
guys, you know what this means. I got a bag of holding.
No, you fucking
Oh,
don't. You will
God.
not for very long. The last thing I need is a bag of contraband on this
that
team.
we have.
It's mine now.
What you're telling me
wait,
is that we have
guys,
a black
we
hole
can't hit the
generator.
one that has glasses.
You want hit some glasses.
As the thin one slithers through the air at you, she's also going to wail, which forces you
no.
again to start making those saves.
That
I
time
did,
Marine.
and my turn did pass by, right? So I don't have my reaction back, right?
Negative. Good night, Marine.
So as this one,
I have to save. I helped the guy who calls me names, and I couldn't help my goddamn fish buddy. This blows, dog.
Yeah, so much for that non-human alliance, huh?
This one
Right.
flies up and she screams at you, so Marine, as you fail your Constitution saving throw, you drop 0 hit points.
Ugh!
Marine!
Hey guys, remember when we were like, oh yeah, we could take one more fight?
No, we can take these guys. They're nothing.
Well, we could, she could.
You'll
Yeah.
So is she unconscious or dying?
There you go.
Dying.
Dying.
Okay, dying.
Oh, wait.
Oh wait.
What? She's dying?
Yeah, she dying.
Yeah.
Heck.
Like, the scream, it takes you down to 0 hit points, like your
Oh,
your
neat.
death
That's,
saves.
that's a fun
So-
thing
Abe-
right there.
We'll be making
Stable
death saves
is
next turn.
unconscious and stables. Unconscious is bleeding out.
The rest of you get to take some
what?
psychic damage.
Yay.
Brain hemorrhage, probably.
Ugh.
Given that we're all taking psychic damage.
Yeah. Well, that makes...
I will not
and
drop.
That brings us to
Ow.
Paxon
Useless
Lemaise's
spell.
turn.
Oof.
Paxon, get out there and stop the other one from doing that.
Sure.
Or stay here. I mean, that's cool, Doug.
Let me start with, Turn the Tide, since we've got Marine down. And
That's a great call right now.
Arion.
I think I could use that.
No.
Yeah, no.
You gotta
No,
be
I'm not
half
having
health.
it.
Only Marine and Arion will get this, unfortunately. But can we like fly over these banshees to get to the third one here, or no?
The ceiling is just high enough that Arion, he's acrobatic to where he can probably glide and kind of make himself small. To fly over all this, yeah.
Alright, so we'll...
Yeah, so just... And you guys just
No
watch as
worries.
your paladin flies over you, taking his aura with him. And swings his sword.
It's undead.
I know.
Get him!
Let's fucking go. Oh, badass smites! Hell yeah!
Oh
I
my
quit. I quit.
Sleeping out
Alright,
here.
the next one will be better.
Yeah, so you get a grace charge as you... The first one, you slash at the banshee and you hit her, the only corporeal part of her glasses, and your sword just kind of tags off, and you're like, what the fuck? You swing through again with your second smite.
Terrible that's my turn,
Robots
by the
are
way.
king.
And the glasses wearing banshee will she will target you and Arion with her wail.
Haha, it's been fun, guys.
Arion is still
Inspiration. Anybody got it? Anybody got it right now?
Serenity has one.
No, we've
I've
been
got,
bad role players. We've been better role
I've
players.
got one. I've got
Do it.
one.
Dude.
Can I fastball that over to Paxon so he doesn't
Yeah,
go
we use
down?
them pretty interchangeably between players.
Yeah.
Paxon can have my inspiration so he doesn't fucking die.
Dude, you gotta roll better than a 3.
I don't think that passed.
No,
One short. He's one short.
Fuck! I'm fucking failed.
Paxon, you dropped to 0 hit points. Arion takes 3d6 psychic damage.
I can't use
He's
my
fine.
AoEs.
As you slump over on his back, he's just like, Paxon! He just kind of screams. Only you can hear his psychic scream of anguish.
Can I hear it?
Arion,
Well, you would have been able
get
to.
him out of here! Get him out of here! Arion, get him
That brings
out!
us to Marine Petrus's turn.
Oh my god, I have the
Yeah,
worst
now it's
headache
time for you
right
to
now.
wail up and make it.
Yeah, they
nope,
wailed on that
five.
so goddamn.
You're prone, so you have to use half your movement to stand up.
Oh, okay.
obviously.
Yeah, I can bonus action move then.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna cast and then I'm gonna step back 1, so I'm out of range. Or I don't, not cast, throw. I'm going to throw this, and I'm gonna miss. Never mind. Okay, that's my turn. Oh wait, no. That's my turn.
That's a good call. That's a good call right now. Oh, I should get combat music. What am I doing? Combat
Look,
horrifying.
guys, it's
sounds
a
appropriate
really
right now.
low DC, but it has a really devastating effect, and they can do it on a lot of people
Yeah.
at once. Somebody had to fail.
Oh,
right? Statistically,
Yeah,
someone's
eventually.
gonna have bad luck.
And it was the god of saves of all people, and he failed it twice. Realistically.
If I had a +1 con.
Luneth, as a dagger flies past your head and hits the ground with another. What are you doing?
Oh shit, we're doing this, huh? Okay, so I'm curious. Just want to make sure. Because you guys said that you researched it recently. So holding an action, if I use that reaction and the reaction, but I can still use my bonus action, right?
Yeah, your bonus action is separate.
Alrighty. Then aiming at this fella, I'm going to please hit. Yeah. I'm gonna fire the force cannon at him, pushing him back 5 feet diagonally. And now with that opening, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6 up to Paxon, and I'm going to hold my action after the Thin Banshee goes to revive Paxon.
Okay. Wow, that's a really tactical move, actually, waiting until the enemy right before him. I hope you don't get taken out. Serenity.
Yeah, the downside is that I need to hold concentration for this, so...
Okay, so thanks for Lunas for clearing the way for me so I don't have to run up the wall. I'm going to just barrel forward and go punch a ghost.
Yeah, so somebody does a flip over your head, Lunith, and lands monk style in front of you.
Concentrate.
I won't barrel through. I'll run up around the wall to the side of Lunith and just land in front of him. Okay, so let's meet this motherfucker. And I'm not going to use the quarter self because they're probably resistant or immune it. So I'm just gonna punch.
Hey.
Holy
there
shit,
we go.
did she just punch a guy in glasses?
Stop!
Okay.
So you
Couldn't
just
punch a
run
ghost
up.
with glasses. You couldn't punch a ghost with
The
glasses.
glasses shatter.
Damn it!
The Banshee reels back. Why?
And then
Actually, more
You know-
accurately, she probably says, "You bitch." That's the kind of ladies these
Uh,
Banshees are.
You know, people with glasses would say that.
flurry blows. For 2 more.
Ooh, that's nice.
Bury them.
And for why not, let's try to stun him on that one too, if they can be stunned. And then
Yeah.
one more punch.
He's gone.
That
Bam.
should have been an advantage.
There we go.
Remove cabeza.
Yeah.
So she was in the middle of saying, "Oh, you are so dead," when you force your key pulse through, and she, and then you just you just stick your fist into like the center of her ectoplasm, and there's just like this pulse of ki that comes off your hand as she's just like and explodes into kind of a white goo.
And you just turn over your fist, open up, and you have the reversal Uno card. Oh, you.
And then so I'm just gonna stand there and I'm just gonna shake the goo off my hand. I was gonna swing around to the other side of Paxson, but I don't think I have quite enough movement, so I'm gonna stay. Punch ghosts.
Okay, so
Try to keep these things off me.
yeah, Robert's like, do my best, and he's gonna step on up, and he's I'm gonna make you regret that, and he, in a moment nobody I think has seen yet, because he's never done this. He pulls the trident out of his. He pulls the trident out of his pack, and it's almost like he splits into like 2 separate people for a second stab sword, and he's going to twin cast booming blade.
Huh. See? It's extra attack.
It's actually
Wait.
attack.
So you could. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
30.
Yes, and they're gonna take that much damage.
Dude, that's that
And
plus
then-
3 trident.
And then that much damage. And now they are both boomed, and then Robert is going to action surge, and he's going to stab that one with green flame blade.
Wait, there was just thunder damage? Yeah.
See, the thing is,
There's a
to
fair amount of
distract
things that
them-
are.
Robert is
Honestly.
super fucking extra.
So as you take your trident first splits into 2, and you stab the 2 of them with your dual trident before you kind of recoalesce, and then you just thrust back down, and the glowing light and just explosion as she disappears.
But yeah, I mean, he goes in and he stabs into it with these 3 attacks. So it's almost like he's a fighter, guys.
Yeah, almost, right? It's almost as if that was the plan the entire time.
Yeah.
Magnus Fowler.
I'm still very upset that Robert is in fact a sorcerer. Alright, we're gonna go for 2 basic attacks and
The last thing a twin banshee wants to see.
Twin booming blade.
But it turns out that might be what it gets.
And then second attack. Oh my god, that still hit. Alright, I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
smite while we're doing this.
Nice.
Let's fucking go!
So, as you slash with one, you cut off the bottom part of her and it starts to dissipate, and then with the second slash, you just into the center, and instead of exploding, you can see her whole ghostly form coalesce in a big pile around the edge, and then just kind of into
Loud slurping noises.
Ugh.
I gave her permission to eat undead things, I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah, that's fair.
That brings us to Paxton's turn, because Thin Banshee never goes. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can tell Paxton.
You better not.
Paxton gets up with a horrible headache. That was a little embarrassing.
Hey,
Looks
I
like
didn't see anything.
they're
Nonsense,
gone.
that was heroic.
At least I still have my brain. Just hurts.
Yeah, thanks for that one.
Robert puts.
We've got to
Robert
stop
puts
meeting
the-
like this.
Robert puts the trident away, and then he holds his hand out and resummons the javelin of lightning and puts that away. And then he turns to Magnus, and he's like, "Not bad.
Oh,
Good
thank
work,
you.
Magnus.
A
Good work."
genuine compliment from Robert. Magnus is
Yes.
taken back for a couple seconds as well, thank you.
Now I gotta follow it up with one of these. Marine. What was that?
As
bag.
you're healing yourself, Paxton, Arion just kind of rotates nervously and like scrapes his hooves against the wooden floor as he's trying to crane his neck back to like look at you properly.
Oh.
Aww.
Paxton, don't forget you do have a potion of healing if you're down for heals.
Well, we said
We'll
one
probably
more
be
fight,
taking a rest.
So yeah, maybe we can
Yeah.
settle down in a corner somewhere.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting.
Agreed.
Marine does get to answer what was that, so go ahead, Marine.
So, what exactly is in the bag?
It is.
Build
Here's the
evidence
weird
before you
thing.
make the case.
The
Smart.
super weird thing is you gotta pull them out randomly. You can't know until you pull everything out.
Oh.
Can't you
pull it
turn
out
over
if
the
you don't
bag
know
and
what's in
just
there?
dump it all out?
I don't
It's
know.
a bag of holding, isn't it?
No, you have to
I thought you
like
had to,
take
like,
the.
hold
Yeah.
things up to your
Yeah.
hand. Like you had to know what was in it.
You can
You
turn a
can-
bag of
you
holding
can
inside out to
randomly
dump
pull things.
everything out.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
my god,
Yeah,
do
you
it.
just-
Hold on,
I'm
everyone
gonna do
take
it.
cover.
Okay, alright, stand back.
Take cover.
They start taking around. Oh, get back down.
Actually, wait. I'm going to have the mage hand dump it out.
Magnus, not Magnus. Paxton, get in the corner.
Door stuck. Come on, move, man.
Oh my god.
Dude, you guys are both going to the same spot. And then Serenity
Come on,
pushes
there's
you
room for one
out.
more. Come on.
So as the mage hand flips the bag inside out, all that falls out is a few drops of some liquid that just land on the floor.
What?
What's
Did we
that?
get into this fight for an actual just
A bag
on
of
its own
holding.
bag of holding?
I mean, don't get me wrong, it cost us everything we owned at one point, so it's good.
Mm.
That's true. I'm keeping.
Also,
But-
we just doubled our carrying capacity.
Yeah,
Good
boy.
point.
Green increased our carrying capacity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach in and see if there's something in there.
It's a bag of devouring. It bites your hand off.
So as you stick your hand in the
It
bag,
Oh god, is it? Hello?
odds or evens, Marine.
George?
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Whichever one you
Evens.
think, pick the other one.
Marine, in her entire body is into the bag.
Oh,
I got it.
Robert
Where
goes
do I
running
go?
over.
Everybody roll initiative.
What?
Did it just what her?
Fuck! Everybody roll initiative?
Literally everything in this place is a trap. Why do you people keep setting things up? What is wrong with you people?
Hey, it's okay though. Marine rolled you on initiative.
Alright, Serenity,
I have
you're first.
7 health.
Go.
So Marine got sucked in, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll run up to the bag and try to dump her out of it.
So as you try to, the bag is suddenly really stiff and you can't turn it inside out.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Hey, anyone can
It's
go
wriggling
in.
slightly, like there's something inside of it. Which, to be fair.
Actually, probably
Don't
won't
you
work,
reach
never
in
mind.
there?
I was gonna be really stupid and reach in and try to pull her out.
No. Hang on.
I don't know what else to do. How to do that?
What are you doing, Serenity?
I said I was gonna reach in and try to pull her out unless
Okay.
unless someone stops me.
Odds or
Unless
evens?
someone stops me, that's what I'm.
Don't do
Hey,
it.
it's your turn,
Hang
my
on.
dude. Your fate is in your own
Odds
hands.
or
See you later.
evens?
Yeah.
Oop, 1 second.
Evens.
Serenity's body is as she disappears into the bag.
My God, what is wrong with you?
Oh my god, now we gotta say
fucking morons!
Marine, it's your turn.
What do I even see?
You see nothing. You feel there's an extremely tight surface pressing down on all sides of your body. You can't see anything. You can vaguely feel that there's the opening like a few feet above you.
Can I breathe?
Yeah, for now.
Hard guys.
Can I try to like
Yo,
wiggle
guys,
out
what
of
do you
it?
Yes, you can.
Where can you return party
You have to
members?
make a strength check to escape from the bag.
Oh no!
she's never getting
boy.
Yeah, no.
She's never
Unfortunately,
getting
you
out.
fail. Yeah. Unfortunately, you cannot move, and that's your action options is to try to escape. Maybe if you could have cast a spell or something, but I don't know if you have anything.
I don't think I have anything that would help.
In any case, you've used your action, so
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna run panicked over. Like, can we destroy?
Hands on!
If we destroy the bag, will it destroy them or will it drop them out? How do we get them out?
Well, I'm trying to identify it. Give me 1 second.
Okay. He spends his whole turn running over. I think he has to.
So, to be clear, we got a wriggling bag, and that's all we got, right?
yeah, and you've
Yeah.
lost 2 party members to it.
I
Okay.
lost my non-humans.
Oh, shit! Serenity got gobbled up too? Fuck my life.
Yep.
Yeah, she
Alright.
did.
Robert looks at it, and he looks over at Lunith. There's no time. And he'll go and he'll grab it. And
trying to
he'll,
Come in
Robert,
there.
please.
he'll hold it out towards Paxson. He says, "We'll have to rip it open."
Does that not just
Then-
gonna kill them?
Send
I
us to the
don't
fucking
know.
astral plane.
I don't know how these bag things work. Please just let Lunith identify it. It's fine. I'm sure. Can't things breathe in these sort of things for a little while?
Robert will turn. He's holding it like by 2 sides of it, and he's gonna hold it out towards Lunith, and he says, "Lunith, identify it." And he's
Don't
gonna
worry,
hold
it's
his
a second
action.
level identify.
He's gonna hold his action to rip it in half as best he can, based upon Lunith's reaction.
Okay.
If Lunith tells him to, basically.
Lunith, it's your turn, right?
What are you and what did you do to my
identify an
associates? Yeah.
Okay, so as you cast Identify, I'm going to read this out to you, because I think it's more fun if I read it out to you than let you read it yourself.
Yeah.
This bag superficially resembles a bag of holding, but is a feeding orifice for a gigantic extra-dimensional creature. The turning the bag inside out closes the orifice, but it wouldn't so it wouldn't actually get anything out of this specific instance.
Right.
The extra-dimensional creature attached to the bag can sense whatever is placed inside the bag. Animal and vegetable matter placed wholly in the bag is devoured and lost forever. When part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when somebody reaches inside it, there's a 50% chance that the creature is pulled inside the bag. A creature inside the bag can use its action to try to escape, with a successful DC check. Another creature can use its action to reach into the bag to pull a creature out, doing so with a successful check, provided it isn't pulled inside the bag first. Any creature that starts its turn, and I'm giving you guys a little bit of leniency on this, inside the bag is devoured, its body destroyed. Inanimate objects can be stored in the bag, and it can hold a cubic foot of such material. However, once each day, the bag swallows any objects inside it and spits them out into another plane of existence. The GM determines the time and plane. If the bag is torn or pierced, it is destroyed, and anything contained within it is transported to a random location on the astral plane.
Yep.
This particular
Holy
bag
shit.
is cursed, and items lost inside of it will be believed by whomever put them inside the bag to be stolen, but the next person they see when they discover that the item is no longer inside.
That's amazing.
So are
Wait,
you
sorry, say
guys
that one
ready
more
to
time.
lose Marine
Wait.
and Serenity in
Say that
one
last one
fell
more
swoop?
time, George.
If you notice that something you put in the bag is not there anymore, the next person you see, you believe they stole it.
It's cursed. The bag is cursed on top of all this other stuff.
Cool. So Robert told me,
Who took my
what do I
Marine?
do?
It was you!
No, because Marine is still in the bag, so you don't believe that yet.
Yeah. But, alright, so immediately saying, like, yeah, immediately I'm gonna look and think for a
Oh,
second.
I guess now you can
If
see the
tell-
DCs. Oh well.
If I tell Robert that there's a 50% chance that he can reach in to pull someone out, he's gonna do it.
DC 20. I would have to roll a 20.
Enter.
Yeah,
We
so-
have
Fucking-
until their turn. I'm ready to rip
Okay,
this thing in half and get everything out of it.
I'm starting a timer because it's time to make some decisions.
Lunith, what do I do?
would it be- you can reach in to pull it out, but it's not gonna be easy, and we don't have
What
much
if I
time.
rip it in half?
If we rip it in half, they go somewhere, but we'll never find them.
And if I don't?
Well, then they get consumed forever.
Ah, Robert starts ripping it in half.
No!
Oh no! If you rip it in half, they're gone.
They won't be dead though.
They might as well be fucking dead!
They can't come back.
Jen, we gotta roll a 15 to get out.
Robert.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
As your reaction, roll a strength check.
Oh god.
Strength or athletics?
We'll just keep it strength, just for.
I think I have a backup
consistency.
character.
Me too.
Oh!
Oh,
Of course
You guys hear
well
the
then,
first few
no.
seams
Robert, stop!
start to tear. For dramatic reasons, we'll keep this going for a little while longer. Okay.
Oh, thank you for dramatic
Oh, but
reasoning.
you tear that bag, and we can't get them back.
Magnus Fowler.
To be clear, guys,
it's gonna
if
run
their
out.
turn rolls around and they are still in there, they die.
I'm working on it.
George said leniency on that.
Can I see inside the bag? Like, can I physically? I don't know. I'm gonna try it anyway. Can I see them?
No, you can't see. It looks like the bottom of a bag. It's wriggling.
Fuck! What if we dispel magic on it? Though that would probably be worse.
You have 16
That
seconds
would
to
be
make a
bad.
decision.
Etch, are they alive?
Bro, I don't know. I can't sense them. They're not on this plane. You have 5 seconds.
Called it back into
Magnus is gonna assist whoever goes
I
next.
didn't even know that was a thing.
'cause
He's
I
gonna
can't think
assist
of
whoever
anything in
goes
time.
next.
Yeah.
Okay. Serenity,
It's a
you feel
bathroom,
yourself
so
sink
it's-
slightly
Area.
deeper into the bag.
Okay, the only thing I can do is try to get the fuck out of here now. It can't be an athletics check to get out, can it?
It can't. What? Sorry. What?
I can't use athletics to try to
No,
get out,
it's-
can
it
I? It's
says
gotta be straight
strength.
strength.
I can enhance the ability of anyone who wants to try to reach in there.
I'm just gonna try to fucking get out of here, I guess.
So close.
Not really.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Of course our weak boys are in it.
Marine, you get one more chance.
I am
If it
going
was athletics, I'd have a
to.
+4.
This is the first time I've ever cast this spell.
Cast anything
Um,
you have.
I am going to cast Suggestion on the creature and
creature?
suggest that it spits me the fuck out.
Okay. What's the DC for your?
That's
save?
amazing.
It
Can
is.
you get it to throw up Serenity too? Can you just like tell it to
He doesn't know I'm in there.
Oh,
I
She
don't.
doesn't
Do
know.
I know that she's
Wouldn't
even
know
in
that.
there?
No, you do not know.
Okay. It would be 3 plus whatever.
8 plus proficiency plus your spellcasting mod.
So
So-
it's 8 plus 4 plus 3, 17, 15.
15,
So,
yeah.
Oh, 8. Yeah, not 10.
15 whiz save, I think.
It's wisdom.
Yeah.
It is a. I assume it's wisdom. Yeah, it's a wisdom.
Chances that this thing has a good wisdom. It has a giant.
I mean,
Probably pretty good.
this is a pretty good way of getting stupid adventurers to fall into it.
What's the DC?
Yeah.
15.
It passes.
Ah!
Marine, you feel yourself slipped further into the bag, and you fall into the stomach of whatever creature is connected to this bag. I won't say that you die instantly, but for now, Marine is basically gone from this session.
George, to be clear, can I just rip this bag in half? It's all I want to do right now. I did the best I could on that check earlier, and I rolled a 21. Is that enough, or isn't it?
Okay, it was enough to destroy it, but I didn't want to not give these guys a chance at all. You guys have both rolled
That's fine.
Both Jen and Smalls have rolled their checks. I'm gonna leave this in your guys' hands. Do you want the bag to be torn right now, or do you want Marine to meet her fate?
I kind of like the idea of them being stuck in the astral plane together. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I feel like I would rather be on the astral plane than dead.
What a bold take.
Either way, I think we're gonna need new characters.
Yeah, we're gonna need new characters.
I will say your characters will not be dead if you fall into the bag. I don't like that. That's an
But they're
instant
gonna
kill.
be out of commission.
But they won't be on the astral plane. They'll be in a different place that I have in mind.
I would
dipsy.
rather have them go somewhere else and have the bag be torn, I think.
Yeah. Tear it.
Okay.
Do it.
Fucking do it!
Robert, as Marine starts to slip, you manage to finish tearing the bag in half, and with a you are holding 2 pieces of cloth, and your 2 party members are nowhere to be seen.
What is wrong with you? They're gone now.
Standing there with their eyes wide open and just with the eye.
Robert's just sort of looking at the two halves of the bag.
Why would you do that?
Okay. Indecision is death, Paxson, as he throws them both on the ground.
Indecision,
You
I
would
was
have both
running
let
over
them
here.
die. You heard him.
Fuck, I'm gonna spell
This was the only. There was no choice here.
You said we could have pulled them
How
out.
can you not see that?
Do we have hair or any nails? Anything? From
Oh,
Fish.
I just got dropped.
There's definitely blood all over the floor.
All right.
Are you in the
Why?
call still?
Magnus scoop up a vial of Marine and Serenity's
Huh?
bloods. I'm assuming they're different colors than the
Oh.
standard blood.
Dude, I think I ripped Discord in half too.
Well, no, because
Alright, let me
I
just,
tried to.
So,
send
I mean, I don't mean to make light of the situation, but despite our 2 missing characters, this session must go on.
Let's deal with this situation first.
I
Alright.
am
sorry.
making the
The
I am
last
making a
thing that
blank
was said
character
was,
sheet. Doesn't...
Robert
Yeah, me
was
too.
yelling at Paxson because he.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where
he-
was I? I'm pretty sure I was berating Robert.
Oh, there we go.
The last thing I heard anyway was me yelling at you. I didn't hear what
Marine
you said. So.
Paxson, I think, was saying that they could have reached in and pulled him out. If you didn't hear him yelling about that.
Okay. So yeah, Robert's. And what? And then you would have fallen in too.
Was it? Nah.
Magnus, what do you have? Do you have anything? What bullshit can Edge pull out of the bag this time?
Nothing. She didn't even feel a presence, but scrying.
If you take a rest, what can you pick up? What do you have?
I have scrying already. Fuck.
Is scrying on the same plane?
Yes, it is on the same plane, but
need to
if you
get
could
there
find a
then
way to
first.
temporarily get me to the other plane.
They are alive. For now. We have to find our way to the astral plane. That's where you said they would go. Is that right, Luneth?
How
That's what it was tied to.
do we get there?
I don't know, but we've done
damn
crazier things.
So I might have a bad idea. And by
It's,
bad, I mean
it's better than any
good.
other ideas we currently have.
Yeah, we're open to
Look,
suggestions.
Look.
It takes very powerful magic to move between planes. If we had a scroll, we could try, but if we found somebody who could take us there, that would be even better.
So, I just want to make something clear, by the way. Moving between planes and things is not really, like, the most common knowledge, and that magic is not the sort of thing you can just buy on a scroll. It's, like, specifically moving between planes. Like, the spells are still the same level, but they're like, not really practiced much in my world. Like, it's it's difficult and generally unknown how to do it. Feels like a pertinent time to say that.
Yeah.
I don't see how we're ever getting them back, Robert. Like, at least we had a chance.
Okay,
Look,
well that was before I knew that you couldn't travel between planes in this world. Like, I made that decision wholly on different information than I have now.
Even if we could, how? You think it's easy
look,
to just go to
Paxson,
the?
look, just
Axon,
for a
they
second,
are
hop off.
not
alright?
dead. They are not
Like,
dead.
like here's the thing,
This
right?
is better than
gonna,
we could have hoped for otherwise.
Look, I'm gonna. I think it's pertinent time for me to just pull off this whole us versus them bullshit, this nonsense. Yeah, look, I'm done with that. All right, look, just hands down here, right? He did what he thought was best, and at least he did something. You know, I was gonna be able to reach in there, pull them out. I know a lot of us couldn't. Something was done. They're alive. Operating off this information, we need to think how we can go forward.
Okay.
Do we
well,
think we could find a scroll of plane
Look,
shift?
if we were ever gonna find a place with this ancient knowledge on how to yada yada whatever, it's gonna be in this place.
a very good
Can you
point. I
guys
think
hear
it's
me?
time to go.
Yeah.
Like I said, we should still hit up regular scroll shops first. If we could find a scroll of plane shift.
Okay, plane
To
shift
the
is
astral
theoretically
plane.
plane shifting is a theoretical impossibility. I don't think we're gonna find that
Yes.
scroll.
Maybe we
Thankfully,
should
this
keep
place is
finding the
full of
Jinn
theoretical
one.
impossibility.
Maybe we can get a Jinn to bring her to us this time.
Let's just go walk down to
Yeah.
Bratsia and go kidnap
Something tells me a
kidnap
Jinn
Jinn.
owes her a favor.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Jinn.
First and
Jinn,
foremost,
good
we're
idea.
gonna try to find a
You think we
marker.
should get the Jinn?
A Jinn.
I think we should get the Jinn.
Okay.
Because I think a Jinn owes her a
Who
favor.
who
so-
has the Jinn
Why,
indexer?
well, hold on, wait. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know.
Oh God,
Why
who
could
has
you
the Jinn
possibly think a
indexer?
Jinn has her a favor?
Well, clearly she has some relation with a Jinn, so
I
presumably.
think the Jinn was used
No.
by the Bratsian force
Yeah, I
just to
think
bring
the-
her.
Yeah,
I think it was a
but
transaction, nothing more.
if we can find
Yeah.
a Jinn, we can.
If we can find a Jinn, beat it to edge of its life, and make it do
Yeah,
it, that's an option.
Oh no,
but-
there we go.
It's the only way I know that people are moved around large distances.
True. Alright.
If it
Alright,
can even
so
take some. Yeah.
Jinn
go find the Jinn.
indexer.
yeah, let's go find the Jinn. Get out and we'll find something about traveling or an indexer for traveling between planes after that. see if we
So
can
Jinn,
find over
are
Who's
they,
got
they
the
folk that play
indexer?
games? Are they the Riddle Boys, or are those different?
You think I know anything
Uh,
about Jinns?
I don't know
no.
anything about it.
And I'm so excited for that fresh start. We can get out of here, start fresh, and
The Jindexer is on Marine.
like the audio.
Haha, cool. So everyone
So we-
like looks
okay, no,
together.
thank God we still have one of the indexers,
back.
so we'll pop up real quick. We'll switch out. They're gonna be upset about us losing one of the indexers, but it's only like
Well,
a
we're upset about
$25
losing
fee,
two of
right?
our party members.
No,
So,
they're not upset about
Oh.
that sort of thing. That's why you have to pay for them going in.
so let's get out of here, right?
Hold on. So, every second matters right now, but we can't pretend the fact that we need to rest isn't still here. Is anyone seriously injured or tapped?
I am.
I'm out of spell slots.
If you guys go ahead and get yourself killed, it won't make the situation any better.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go down the hallway. I think I see some lights and some tables.
I gotta say, you know, it was bad when Marine got sucked in, and then you know what the worst thing I heard was?
I'm
I
gonna
stick
go
my
in
hand a
after.
bag.
Look, I
I'ma be
don't
honest.
care if you guys see Ted the Riddleman in here. Do not touch, do not talk, do not think about anything.
Oh my god.
So many
You
human
know.
traps, and we
Oh
lost.
wait, so George, I rolled a 22 for investigation. Do I have Marine's blood?
So you have, you managed to get some blood from
She got a
the
lot of
ground, from both of them. You actually find a blue hair, which you're pretty confident belongs to Marine. The blood for Serenity, you just kind of have to hope. I really didn't think this one was gonna kill two player characters. I was like, surely they'll identify literally any item they pick up off the ground, right?
You
I
have
mean-
too much faith in us.
The party that is still standing. What are you guys doing right now? What?
We
I
were gonna
think
go. Sorry.
I'm gonna bust my fucking knuckles on a wall. God damn it!
Yeah, no, Magnus is kind of, now that he has the fluid, he's just kind of freaking out. Maybe
We're looking
grabbing his
for a
hair a little bit, staring
corner.
at the floor.
To rest in.
Hmm?
Looking for
It's the
a corner to rest
responsibility
in.
of.
Oh, well, I think these are rooms above us.
Yeah.
So if we just go in one and hunker down.
Okay, but first you have to touch the door.
Rooms are rooms of
Oh my
devouring.
god. Can someone with
just-
more
I
hit
can
points
fire
than me
an
open
Eldritch
this
Blast
door?
at it
I'll
from
stand
afar.
close.
Let's just sit in this hallway. Let's just never touch anything ever again.
What if something comes
Finally,
through this
some common
hallway?
sense.
Then
Then we'll do what we do
kill it.
best.
Okay, whatever.
I'll be a really big monkey. I can still do that.
Magnus is gonna get over here and ready Eldritch Blast. Should an enemy be?
So
on the
for
other side of the
simplicity's
door.
sake, since we're saying that these doors exist, I'm gonna say that you guys moved into the hallway with the tables. And
Yeah.
The tables now exist.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes,
we moved down
yeah.
here because it was light.
okay,
It is light down here. It was dark before you guys bought the pages. You were on Driftwood light.
gotcha.
And for a long time, I kind of thought this sort of thing would happen to me.
You know what, Robert? I kind of agree with you on.
It still could. Make better decisions.
You guys can actually sit at the table, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Maxwell will just
Alright,
sit against the wall.
so just
Harryon takes your spot.
well, you know, the reason I say we get into a room is in case something is moving through the hallway at night. We don't get.
I
jumped.
think it will be better to be in a room.
All right.
Of course. I'm not against the idea.
Robert will walk up to this door and then think better
Fuck
of it,
it.
step back and poke it with his 8 pence
Eight.
long pole. His
8
8 foot long pole.
You're-
I got a 10-foot one too, but this one's disposable now. So
As you poke it with your 8-foot pole, the door is poked. It doesn't appear to
Well,
respond
Magnus-
with
Magnus
massive,
just-
overwhelming, magical retaliation.
cool. Robert walks up to it and kicks it open.
As you
That's it.
kick
Worst case
the
scenario, you
old
bust the
wooden
door and we nail it down.
down, it reveals a candle-lit study room full of bookshelves.
Fucking marvelous.
Check the indexer.
I pull out the
Excellent.
indexer.
Which indexer?
Dragon marks.
Okay. The indexer points, my brain is failing me right now, east, down the hallway, slightly at an angle, towards the doors to the north.
Oh, I think we might be close, or at least
Here?
supposed to go down one of these other hallways.
Well, let me
Uh.
put it to you this way. Every time we found one of these places, it's been full of awful things, and I don't see anything awful in this room. So let's park it in this room and check it in the morning.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
very good.
Robert will sort of walk in here and he'll look around at the
Gonna
different
lift the book
bookshelves
off
and
the
things.
shelf. Do I have any idea where we are?
It,
Book of Devouring. You get consumed, and
Oh, I'm gonna
okay,
fucking
can I ask for real? Is everybody okay? Like, do you feel
Oh,
like
no,
I
I'm
cheated
good.
you?
No, I'm good.
I'm loving
no,
this.
it's awesome to joke about. That's
Yeah.
I realized right
Yeah.
after I said that you might come across as like me being like "fuck you, George" or something like that. Not what I mean. I'm literally giving Andrew shit because he's touching something, even though it's
No, I'm
totally
actually-
reasonable for him to be doing that.
I'm actually super excited to play a wizard.
Anyway,
All right, yes, sorry. So go on, George. What is the book
Let's
on the shelf?
fucking go!
entire body of control. My app's
Yeah, that's
back.
happened like 3 times.
Guys, I'll be right back.
It is a book on the demon lord Zugmoy.
That's Serenity's cousin.
I'm fucking
Probably
disgusting.
racist.
The demon queen of fungi, the lady of rot and decay. Zugmoy
No,
is an alien
no.
creature whose only desire is to infect the living with
No.
spores, transforming them into
No!
mindless.
Oh no!
No! This is that mushroom bitch! Put the shit back on the shelf!
No, I love the Mushroom Druid. It's so great.
No!
Yes, have you read that thing? It's amazing.
No, yeah. Hey, if you go to library and go to images, she's there! Don't look!
Good.
Just keep going!
Alright, so we'll set up camp over here. Robert, can you use your pole? If Paxton like goes a step forward, then he's like, can you use your pole and just like feel the ground, make sure it's not fake or something?
Robert goes and looks over at Paxson
Guys are
and he's
not
like,
okay.
No!
Oh yeah, no. There
Robert
will be
takes
no
his-
recovering from this. I like how you guys think that you're gonna have substitute characters. No one's ever entering this party again.
Okay. I don't know what's happening.
Robert takes his bag of ball bearings out of the bag and just scatters them onto the ground in front of him.
Yeah, as you scatter the bag of ball bearings, you see 3 rats run out of a hole in the wall and just start grabbing ball bearings and then sprinting back.
Those are
into
the most aggressive rats I've ever seen.
I'll kill you!
What is wrong with this place? Why are they moving toward the sound?
Where's the hole? Where's the hole?
Can someone stick stuff in that hole, please? Those
Robert
things are
runs
gonna
over
eat
the
us
hole.
tonight.
To the top right corner, past the bookshelf with the pink books.
What did the book say?
I
Something
can't believe
about
I'm about to
mushrooms?
mend a wall.
Those are mushroom rats. They're gonna eat our brains.
They're coming out in small ships. As you guys get closer, they stop doing it. But they've pulled in like 20 ball bearings into the hole already.
I'll kill you!
Something is not right here.
Oh
It's just rats,
Robert's
it's okay.
like peering down at it. He's like, why?
Man's gotta eat.
When did everything
A
stop
small
making sense?
one of the rats peeks out of the hole, and you see it appears to be holding something.
Oh,
And,
did we just pay it for
You
service?
hear a plink as a small splinter pings off of your armor, Robert, and you see a small rat wearing what appears to be a green piece of cloth holding a tiny bow. Just. And you hear 2 more
Oh my
plinks off of
God.
your armor.
Is it you?
I'm going to fucking eat you!
Robert's just sort of like looking and he's like scratching his head. He's like, dude, why are you a Dex character?
Oh my god.
As you seem to be completely unfazed and Luna screams, I'm going to fucking eat you across the room, the rats retreat back into the hole and you hear a clicking noise and then the small hole is collapsed and sealed.
Okay, it's okay. I
Kind of hyper intelligent rat. What is? We are just rats in a maze!
Please, can we please get out of here and never come back?
Wait, do warlocks get banishment?
Dude,
I'm sorry, I'm still
look
trying
at
to
your
figure
fucking
out how.
spell list. This is
Magnus, now's not the time. Get in here.
I'm trying to figure out how to get our friends back. Okay. It requires a lot more
can't
spell
ban-
slots than I
will
have.
not work. I guarantee you.
You hear like just a straining noise and like a scrape as Arion drags himself into the room and kind of pushes Lunith out of the way. He bows his head slightly towards you, Lunith, after shoving you.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I get it. Big horse.
You don't need to be so polite.
Horse.
Okay. Goes back over to the door. It tries to nail
What
shut.
is this?
Robert, you have pittance? Can we pitten this door closed?
Yeah, I got a lot of pittance. We'll
Alright.
use the pit.
Please.
So Robert walks down to the door and you pitten it shut.
Why do we gotta sleep in the demon books room?
Do you want to go investigate another room? Maybe find something bigger than rats?
Look, hey,
Scramble
I'm not
around there?
complaining. Look, I maybe you're one of those people that get grumpy when they get stressed, but you gotta learn to stop that, alright? Jesus.
Who's that?
You don't know him? It was Jesus the Riddle Man.
I'm pretty sure he was a warlock. No, a sorcerer.
No. You're confusing him with Ted the Riddle Man. It's Jesus the Bibble Man. Bibble.
Oh, the divine soul sorcerer, of course.
Anyway, I have a very appropriate song for this right now.
No, I
Hang on.
think he's a celestial sorcerer. No, that's warlock. I'm still thinking warlock. God damn.
Anyways,
Make sure you can hear this.
Paxton's going to sit in corner.
Ooh, this one.
Robert
Alright.
sort of sits down. And he's just sort of like rubbing his head and he's racking his brains, figuring out how he's gonna somehow find his way on the astral plane.
Alright,
Magnus, you said that you were interested in something about banishing, right?
Yes. I think
So
I can
does that
do
send
it?
them back to, if they're on a different plane, does it send them back to which plane they're native to? Because
No,
if that is
but,
so,
But if I cast it and they stay away the full duration, when they return to their native plane. Oh god, are they native to this plane?
how fucking dare you?
Listen,
Look,
I'm-
Luna,
look,
nothing's off the table anymore.
All right, you're right. You're right.
But
If
it's,
only we knew
open
about
mind.
the super powerful find person rod that Marine only knows about.
And also has all of the notes and the physical objects.
This motherfucker disappeared with the. Oh no, wait, never mind. We're
Disappeared
good.
with so
We're good.
much good stuff, I feel like.
She did.
Okay.
She disappeared with a lot, but we.
She's a bit of a pack rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she has a lot of stuff.
Okay, so
Squeak.
Lunith, you'll take Marine's watch. We've got 4 of us for a 4-person watch, right?
My thinking is, I think if we could find a scroll that can shift us or project us to the astral plane, as long as I'm able to still cast spells there, I could track both of them by scrying on both of them, and then if I bring 2 banishment scrolls, I can banish them individually. The key is
Oh, good.
most things that project you there only last an hour, and scrying takes 10 minutes in and of itself, so I'm only gonna have 40
That's
minutes to work.
a way better plan than anything else we have.
Miles, roll an
Yeah.
intelligence check.
Good. It should be on the same shelf with the scroll to immortal life. Where are we? Intelligence check. Yeet.
Slips your
We're a little
mind.
fried.
Okay, so how do we
Huh?
get to the astral plane? That's the first step, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can think outside the box. I mean, we may be able to find creatures with such power, sentient or not, or people with just incredible ability.
Right. The djinn. We still we're thinking about the djinn.
Yeah.
If we can get a hold of a djinn, that should pretty quickly solve our problems.
It doesn't cause
Um,
more problems.
So, I mean, someone of my sort of capabilities might eventually be able to cast it, but that would be I'm not nearly powerful enough to do that. I don't think that's enough for me to be able to make it.
Robert, I know this may be a bit out of place, but both you and Paxson are tied to powerful organizations. You don't know of anyone who'd be willing to help, would you? Obviously, we'd be indebted, which is dangerous, but we need everyone we need to.
I can
About the only
ask.
person, people that I know would be powerful enough. Bears, yes, or maybe, who's the only other discovered bear that I
Wait,
know of.
that's the one that's lost in the mountains with the
No.
knights.
Kessler is at. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Josh.
Oh,
Kessler's at the
fine.
Alcazar.
Last
no,
you knew.
Pop.
Yeah.
Kessler, last I knew, was at the Alcazar.
Oh, shit. We don't have
Goodbye,
the
Jen.
capability to get
Sir-
there.
Kessler needs to stay at the
Never mind.
Kessler needs normally to stay at the Alcazar to help or to initiate new knights. Like Forebear has to be there to do that. So for him to leave would be a very, very momentous thing. It would be pretty significant.
Of course.
The war, I guess, might be something significant enough if they worried about the existence of the order moving forward. But reliably, the first place you'd want to look if you were looking for Kessler, who and George. I mean, I'm correct me if this is something Robert should know is not the case. But it's just the only person I can think of who would be powerful enough. Might be powerful enough. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, you know that that sword is capable of casting powerful magic. So, and I mean, for for all you know, that could also be something that Etch might be able to do, but definitely not in her current state. But you've definitely seen them produce great calibers of magic. Although you may not have seen it in person, since Kessler hasn't had a real reason to go into battle for probably a long time.
Yeah. So it's just Robert is visibly just taking shots in the dark right now, where he's like, maybe, I don't know.
And our dragon friend from the church was able to contact the gods themselves.
I think that's the closest best option.
Yeah, I don't know what he's capable of, but I would hope he can help somehow. Maybe.
Well, there's only a time to get to start kissing ass.
All right, so
Good thing we've done plenty of that while we were in the city.
So plan A is the djinn. We go back, we get a djinn marker, we go to the djinn section. Plan B is...
If I may, can we make plan A checking in with the priest? He's right here in the city.
Yeah, we have to go back up to the city anyways. We can take the hour or two it'll take to wander back over to the church.
Okay.
And then we can get right back in if it's no good.
And then plan C will be we try to scribe together as much magic as we can to do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's always items which can help circumnavigate our own inability, but
We don't even know what
We need a
time is like out there. Like, they could be in some sort of stasis for us right now. We could go there, and 18 years could pass, and who knows
I'm
what that
interested
means when
that
we
such a
came back.
concept could even enter that mind. Impressive.
I don't. There's little that we know.
Of course,
Besides,
you're
Lunas
absolutely
is an
correct.
asshole, but in regards to that, there's little that we know.
Yes, well, speaking of which, apologies for that. It was nothing more than a joke.
Alright, Lunas. There's no sense in holding any past grudges anymore. I'm afraid all of the frivolity of everything we've been doing is gone with them on the astral plane.
Once we deal with the idiosyncrasies of people disappearing into space itself, then we can go back to punching each other and calling each other names. But right now, we're gonna have to work together.
Yeah.
Give everything we can.
Right. Okay, well, I think it would be best if everybody just got a little bit of rest right now. There's plenty of brainstorming we can do when we have more powerful allies available to us.
The graveyard looking nice.
Alright, so long rest, regular shifts?
George, how many hours can I get into the book? I'll keep track of how many.
Oh, gotcha. Well, yeah, I'll say you could probably get like an hour in before bedtime. And then if you read during your watch, obviously that would be another 2 hours.
Yeah, Robert will do that, and he'll sit with his back against the pinned door. Actually, no, we got hyper-intelligent rats running around. We'll keep an eye out.
You guys do take your long rest, so I'll apply that onto you. Oh, I guess we didn't do watches. Sorry, actually. So Magnus Fowler, you're on watch first. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Adding.
As you're sitting and watching, and just kind of thinking about Serenity and Marine, Etch pipes up in your head. She says, you know, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. You just lose the people that are important to you. And take it from me, blaming yourself, if that's what you were doing, I don't mean to assume. You just seem like the type.
She's reading his fucking thoughts, yeah, no.
Don't need
no.
to assume, says opening the book of Magnus's brain.
Just keep on chugging, you know? We'll
You
get
know,
through this.
but we can do something. I can do something about this. Just it's a little timing, a lot of arranging things, and it'll be fine. Complete denial.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You got this, Magnus, and I'll be behind you every step of the way. And Paxson probably will too.
Probably.
Anyway, wanna do something fun? I mean, I know you're watching, but the door is pittened.
Yeah, sure. Let's. What do you have in mind?
Yeah, so check this out. I've kind of been, you know, ever since we kind of melded and things got a little more personal than maybe either of us was comfortable with, I've had some space to look around in here. And I,
Check out all this childhood trauma.
I mean, check this out.
What's up with
And,
that?
kind of in your vision appears a grid of gray tiles. And Etch is like, alright, just touch one of them.
What is it? Magnus touches.
I'm tweaking out, yo!
As you touch one of the gray tiles, there are a series of numbers that appear. A 1, a 2, a 3, and a various distances around it. She says, okay, so the numbers are how many mines are around each square. So your goal is to flag each square that has mines in it without tapping one.
She built Minesweeper.
You have Minesweeper installed. Shit. You Skype.
I'm dying. I'm
Minesweeper.
sorry.
Holy shit. No, that's so good. Minesweeper.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Did I misspeak? Mines was the word I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, you must be having a lot of fun. There are sentient rats.
Huh?
Like nearby.
Yeah. You know, they're not even particularly malicious. But I didn't delve too deep into what they were doing
Particularly.
because, I mean, you told me not to, and they seem pretty sentient.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
Okay, I won't tell you any more about it then, because I have a feeling you'll only get more terrified.
Nah, come on, freak me out.
There's a city in the walls.
This day's been hell. How much worse could it get?
Bum bum bum.
Please don't ask that.
Alright, George, I don't think they heard what you said. I did, but please say it one more time.
There's a city in the walls.
Yeah, that's the one.
What?
Huh.
Stop, you're dead.
Okay. No, this is okay. And I'm guessing he peers where the hole was. That wasn't their only way out.
No, definitely not. I'm pretty sure they were grateful for the smelting material, though.
Smelting material.
Smelting!
They've got like a forge going on in these walls?
Bro, I don't know. I told you I wasn't digging too deep. Do you want me to take us for a mind ride?
Oh, part of me wants to say yes so badly.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just no damage.
Okay, sure. We should wait for it to be somebody else's watch, because we can probably. It's probably easier to do this if you're sleeping first.
Oh, okay.
And with
then
that, your
Magnus
watch comes
never
to an
woke up.
uneventful end as Etch tries to get you to play Minesweeper with her some more.
Oh yeah, no, Magnus will definitely play. He will also accuse her of cheating and moving the bombs to like where he's pressing next.
No. It's they're not bombs. They're brains, and the goal is to not
Oh.
accidentally read anyone's mind.
Oh,
That's excellent.
that's hilarious.
But yeah, okay.
Cheating
Are there
will
consequences?
Next, next up we have Robert Onceborn.
Yeah, so Robert will shift over and sort of put his back against the door, and sort of in the quiet, if nobody's awake, he'll kind of like look over his remaining friends and Luna.
Oh, thanks,
and
babe. Oh,
Holy shit.
shit. Damn. I can't believe that's a hard combo.
I love how Robert earlier was like, "Let's bury the hatchet," and then is now
Well, bury the
into
hatchet with the
back.
goddamn beans!
Dude, you know we're burying beans now. One of these things can take us to the fucking astral plane.
Hey, right down this hallway.
Oh
we
my
got
God.
magic dirt a couple 200 stories up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Robert sort of sits against the door with like his hands sort of on his knees, a little like curled up, small compared to how he normally looks. And he'll take out the book as he finds himself sort of unable to focus on watching, and his mind keeps wandering to whatever terrible predicament he's put his friends in. And so he'll distract himself by reading the book for a couple hours. Only passively sort of keeping an ear out.
Yeah, you read a chapter on the importance of good hygiene.
Hurry up and take a shower, Stinky.
Do you want me to make the perception check disadvantage, or?
Oh yeah, since you're reading. Alternatively, you can make no perception check and make normal progress on the book.
He'll make normal progress.
Okay. Yeah, so you do not keep watch and you read. So you get 2 hours of reading time on the book. I hope you're keeping track of this stuff.
I've got a number tracking in my notes here.
Awesome. So Robert, eventually you do just barely manage to catch yourself before going over into Vaxon's time, and you can go wake him up.
So Robert will kind of just wordlessly wake him up and help him put his armor on and then go to sleep. Get his armor off and go to sleep.
Thanks.
Problem.
Paxson will try very, very hard to focus on watching. And eventually just talk to Arion instead. Because watching is very hard. And, how does this keep happening? Why? I can't do anything for them. I don't... You know what the worst part is? I don't know if we even have time to go find them. There's so many things going on, and...
This is the life you lead. You can't control what other people do, Vaxon.
Yeah.
I mean, except for when you
First level
use
spell.
magic to control what other people do.
Yeah, first level spell, baby.
You're right. Do you think we can get him back?
Maybe. Anything's possible. I mean... I've lived a long time, and I can't always exactly remember everything that's happened in my life. It's kind of the nature of the thing. I rediscover the world with each new person that I work with, so it's always an adventure for me too. But I remember some pieces, some tidbits. I've traveled with some wise people, and I just think you shouldn't give up. Anything really is possible. I mean, there are some amazing things that, and the gods, they're pretty impressive, Vaxon. But as somebody who's worked closely with them for almost my entire existence, I'll tell you, mortals can accomplish things that you never would expect them to be able to. So.
All right. Of course, we're gonna try. He'll be quiet the rest of the watch. Just go back to trying to watch.
In your pocket, or in your bag, wherever you're keeping it, you can almost feel the weight, like a lump of stone, on the amulet, just asking to be interacted with.
Yeah, sure. He'll pull it out. This is what I mean. We don't have time for that. I have to help the king. I don't know if they care, but that's what I'm supposed to do. I guess he'll spend like attunement time with it. He'll put it on. That's what you do with amulets.
Yeah, so the amulet it's a wooden circular disc with an image of Bahamut kind of carved into it. As you put it on, there's this, and you kind of spend some time. There's this kind of white, kind of faint glow that comes off of the amulet, and you hear like this, like you feel this breeze kind of blow your hair back, even though there's not really anything, and then your hair blows forward again. Like there's like something sucking it, and then again blowing away, and you feel it's like the breath of an enormous creature watching over you. And there's a raw kind of intimidating power to it that never really goes away, but you recognize the presence of your god Bahamut coming to communicate. You hear a deep, rumbling voice. the this place that you're in, kind of, it's really kind of throws you off. The way that you're in the darkness, kind of having muted slightly the candlelight in this room. As your party members sleep in various places, it's strangely peaceful as compared to the like deep rumble of this voice that makes you feel like you should like get up and run or salute or something. You know what I mean? As you sit there with your amulet on, you hear him speak. Baxon, you are not my most powerful talent. That much is true. But, unlike many others, some of whom wield more power and have done so for far longer, you have always sought to seek the truth above all else. Let this amulet always guide you to that destination, as a testament to your dedication. And you become tuned to the amulet of Muhammad. This is the amulet of truth. It is what an amulet to Bahamut. You can use it as an action. You may grasp this amulet in your hands and pray for the purgation of falsehoods, casting the spell Zone of Truth using your own spell save DC. Once per week, you can use an action to cast the spell Legend Lore from the amulet to discover the truths that you may not be able to find by asking the people around you, but that are known by
you don't say.
That one could help.
As you kind of become aware of the properties of this and kind of have a moment to think about the things you want to ask, the many things that you don't know as much as you would like to about the voice says, what you have learned about royalty's reward is a falsehood. Wipe it away, my talon, as is your duty. And you feel the presence slowly leave you.
Well, he'll finish watch and wake up Luna.
Magnus, you have a fucking wild dream where you basically ride along in the consciousness of a rat going about its daily life. It wakes up and is exhausted from work the previous night. It's a carpenter rat. It walks out of its kind of sleeping like corner. It's like some bits of cloth and stuff. It kind of digs itself out. Its wife rat is still asleep next to it. It walks through their burrow a little bit, kind of going through the bits of like tunnels and wooden and cloth comfortable pieces that they've arranged for themselves, and goes about the process of feeding its 12 children. At which point this exhausted rat puts on a little uniform and goes and does some hours of work, and then it goes shopping for some food, which it kind of lugs home on its back, and you finally wake up when it arrives home and kind of goes and nuzzles affectionately by its mate, and they're now fully awake and just running all over the place like insane creatures, children, and it is very content with its life. You wake up kind of having piggybacked a little bit off of that contentedness, but first we have to talk about Luna's watch. Luna.
Right. So I got the bird. That's nice. That's gonna help. But yeah. So I guess I'm sitting there chilling with the bird. And as I get woken up by Paxon, So, you finally put it on? Here, I thought I was gonna look the rest of it stays as a paperweight.
Yeah. No, it's not a paperweight.
That's good to hear. You still in there?
What?
That's a yeah.
Have a good watch.
You too. Have a good sleep. So as I get up and I'm trying to put my boots on, I stop for a little bit and look at the boots. We'll look over DS. I guess we're watch buddies, I was gonna get back at Marine today and tie her boots. Yeah, I think that's... I'll save that one for a rainy day. Yeah, Diaz, you and me, right? Yeah, this plan is not working out at all. But, you and I, we just gotta hang in there, right?
Yes,
I'm talking
chirps.
to a bird. I'm talking to a bird. This is bad. This is real bad. You're probably better at this than I am. I'll
DS flutters
Chill
up from where he's sitting on your finger and just comes over and just kind of boops your nose slightly with his beak before he lands on top of your head.
Look, hey. Robert won't like that. You should, yeah. You're gonna make a nest up there, aren't you?
He chirps.
Yeah, okay. You got it, my man. And then I'm gonna go sit there for the 2 hours.
I'm saying it's a good thing you change your hair whenever you want.
Yeah.
You see,
Dude, you won't believe how well I can untangle this shit.
you see Magnus at one point kind of his hand starts moving around in his sleep and he's kind of mumbling something under his breath you can't quite hear. He grabs like a cracker from his rations and just takes it up to his mouth and starts just just kind of gnawing at it.
Looking over at Magnus. God, that kid's got problems, and I thought I had it bad. Man, I'm like, he did nothing to deserve this. He was just like random farmer boy who hammers out a couple of nails and shit. And now look at him. We got no excuses to complain, you and me, Bird, right? I'm still talking to the bird. I gotta get me some friends.
And with that, your watch drags on until it is over, and it's time to wake everybody else.
Alright, wakey, eggs and bakey. I have no eggs or baking.
Robert gets up and he's kind of like scratching his head. He's like, "That was a weird dream." Right. Put your things together. Get moving.
Let's get out of here.
What was the plan? We wanted to go gin first or just leave?
We don't have the gin indexer. I
Right
think we
now.
were gonna check to see if the dragon mark was in like one of these 3 rooms, but if not, we're just leaving.
Robert will look at Lunith and be like, "Alright, Lunith. Want it or not? Want to know any more about the dragon marks or what?"
I suppose if we're right here, it could come in handy.
Because
After
I'll
all,
be
we
honest,
paid money for what?
I'll be honest. At this point, entirely to you. At least I think so. The rest of you are welcome to disagree, but to be honest, I think we have bigger problems.
Yeah, I don't
Here's the thing,
care
right?
about
If it's
it.
an entire research lab with nothing, maybe I'll just grab some notes and we can go with it.
That's
If it's something horrifying, some event that will have to transpire like some of yours, then we'll worry about that another decade.
Alright, stay close. We've never been weaker. And Robert will get his things together. If his armor's not on, he'll get that on. And he'll step out the door after de-pitting it.
Yeah, that takes
Peer
a
around
while.
both corners. Alright, tell me where to go, Indexer.
Um, like I said, it points east and slightly north.
I'll stop in front of each of the doors, I guess. Just make.
It continues to point east and slightly north. It points north.
This way.
Alright. Robert
Be
will
careful.
sort of stack up and say, maybe you two want to back up. It seems that us stacking up all the time is
Crouching behind table.
caused us a few problems.
Yup.
Right. We'll step up and kick the door open.
So as you roll a strength check, as you the door, it does not fall off its hinges, but it does swing open.
Another one.
The perfect outcome.
And you have another room.
Alright.
Okay,
so the
I'll
room
try
like
to make
last
this one quick.
Yeah, Robert will go in. He'll take a single ball bearing and he'll throw it in the middle of the room.
Mind your footing.
Rats, please, no rats.
As you take the ball bearing, it rolls across the room.
Any rats come out to collect.
No.
They may be
Rats.
staying out of this room.
Yeah, that's curious. Robert
You
would
got
like to
your
just kind of
8-4,
scan
Robert?
the room looking for anything out of ordinary.
Paxton's gonna use the indexer.
As you use the indexer, it points north and slightly west.
No, you are here.
It does, for a moment, kind of spin around with that triumph.
Okay.
But it seems to
Well,
also
that's
have
odd.
more
Scan the
specific
room.
instructions for you. As you kind of scan the room, it is in this middle small bookshelf on the left side.
There it is.
Small bookshelf. Alright.
All right. So we do a quick investigation, grab what we can, and then head
Grab.
out.
Yep. I guess look at the other titles, see if you want it. Looks like here you find the spine that says dragon marks or whatever.
Yeah. There is
Alrighty
there. It actually is that easy. As you read through,
No way.
there's a couple of other D's, but you get to on draconic runework and its origin.
Anything else about dragons listed next to it? Draconic dragon. Anything else cool next to it?
There does appear to be a book on.
Jen, right?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. So
Nothing.
what books are we
dragon
pocketing?
marks.
There's a book called On Draconic Runework and Its Origin.
Okay. Robert, you want to stick this in your bag?
Sure. We'll take it and throw it in the bag.
Pop into bag.
Cool.
Alright, anything else good around here?
Can I just do a general investigation for anything that looks interesting?
Are you looking for something specific, Magnus? I don't know if we really have time to just browse the library. I mean, I
Okay.
guess we have time. What does it matter?
Alright, so we're heading out. We start heading back to start.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure, I'm rolling a huge.
Alright, let's get out of here.
So, the indexer points you towards the exit of the Archive of Runia. It's your only indexer that you have. And you guys begin to follow the instructions of the indexer.
Yeah, sorry, George. We'll move towards the exit.
As it guides you through the dungeon towards its exit, you guys, you eventually come to the chasm again. There's about a 50 or 60 foot gap. It guided you back pretty much the same way, except now you're much higher, and the indexer is pointing towards a hallway on the other side of the chasm.
How far?
It's about 60 feet away.
Okay.
Alright, so I can get across. You guys got stuff?
I could teleport myself and one other across, but I think we have better use of resources. Magnus, can you still make us fly?
Yup.
Want
I
to
can
do
make
that?
everyone.
Is it only a 60-foot chasm? We could just be ferried back and forth.
Still true.
You-
Could save.
Oh, true.
It's true, says
That'd be up to
Arion in your
Paxton.
head. I can handle that.
Alright, Arion says he'll do that.
Okay, great.
So, it takes you guys a
Be
little
wary
while,
on the other
but
side.
at this point, at this stage in your development as a party, a 60-foot chasm isn't really much of a problem for you. Even if you didn't have Arion, you have Fly. So, it's you make short work of this obstacle and find yourselves on the other side. So as you guys move towards the exit, it takes you about 2 hours of walking just through the dungeons, but you don't encounter much in the way of obstacles. And as you guys continue to move through this this place, you start to recognize kind of the hallways that are near to the exit. And as you're walking through a lit area, you see kind of leaning slightly on a bookshelf across from like probably about 60 or 70 feet ahead of you down a straight hallway. You see a figure just sitting there with a book in their hand. He's wearing a gray cloak.
Oh, God damn it! Is that...
Does that gray cloak seem at all familiar?
Not really.
Near the exit, you said?
You guys are close to the exit. You think you're probably like a 20-minute walk out from the outside of the library.
No, we don't want to start any trouble, but stay careful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, don't group up. Maybe I'll just walk ahead and see what's going
We're
on.
close to that exit. It's
Wait,
probably just
no,
on the
no, I
side,
should...
right?
I got the rod of something absorption.
That's a good point.
Because I get a strange feeling that I
Alright,
think
why
we
don't
know
you-
who this is.
Don't you go parlay?
Yeah. So Magnus approaches figure at a distance and calls out.
What's the distance?
How far is he again?
He's like 60 or 70 feet away from you. Let's say 60.
I'd say within 30 feet of him.
Okay.
Can Paxton be 10 feet behind, specifically 9, whatever it needs to be to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
us?
In range for aura.
Yeah.
As you walk up, the figure kind of holds up a finger for a moment and licks his thumb, turns a page, pulls a little bookmark out of the back of the book and kind of puts it into the page he's on and closes it with a snap. He tucks the book into his robe and turns at you, and you see a figure with white hair streaming down the side of his head and a pale face. It took you long enough. You recognize the voice.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Long time no see, says Salem.
Yeah, I can honestly say I'm surprised to see you here. Seeing you in general, not so much. I think we all had a feeling that you'd show up again.
Yeah, well, good stories don't really end on a teleport away and then never seeing each other again. Glad to see you guys made it this far. You want to come a little closer than yelling at me from 30 feet away?
No, what do you want?
Actually, closer would be better. He's a caster. You're all martial.
Oh, okay, you're right. Okay, we should get closer.
Would you believe that I'm here to help you?
Well, I
Probably
think everybody
not.
needs some help right now. Who knows?
When we last saw you, you said to us that, what was it specifically? That something bigger was happening and that we couldn't comprehend and that you were incapable of telling us.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say that we can comprehend it, and in fact, we probably already know it if I'm thinking correctly.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My plans were kind of foiled. The king was supposed to tell you a whole bunch of stuff, and it was going to be great. Me and him were going to send you on a mission. You were going to take care of all sorts of things for us, and it was going to be awesome. The king is dead. That's unfortunate. And, yeah, I mean, I kind of panicked. So, sorry for casting lightning bolts and stuff at you. But you guys don't seem that much worse for wear. Although there are a few of you missing. Is there a Triton sneaking up on me somewhere? And he kind of looks around.
You and I wish both.
If she were, you'd never know.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, she was good at that stuff before, and none of you look like you've gotten weaker.
They're indisposed at the moment. I don't suppose you have magics capable of moving people between planes of existence, would you?
On me?
Are you capable? You know of anybody who's capable? Take anything right now.
That's kind of a tall order, but I might be able to figure something out, given some time.
You are beyond capable caster, last we saw. Yeah?
I've got a particular set of skills, okay?
We never had the chance to tell you, but sorry about your friend.
Who?
Oh,
Did we kill the
the
friends?
folk
No, I
that
think
we
they were still
encountered
alive.
outside. Not all of them.
Oh,
Oh no?
that was unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, these things happen. And, he just kind of just kind of looks you straight in the eyes. You look different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so did you two know?
Yeah, I decided to go for a younger, newer model, but how can I say, it doesn't exactly fit right. Gonna have to get a new one.
I mean, I'm not omnipotent. I didn't know, but, I mean...
I don't know. This seems like one of the things where you two made just eye contact across
that-
the room and probably knew.
Damn,
Sorry.
son.
Wait, no.
Your racism is a little loud. I can hear it from all the way out here.
Can you
Alright,
go back a
let's-
little bit? You were going to help us, but
I'm
instead
teasing.
you decided just to attack us instead. I'm lost a little bit there.
I was trying to convince you of something, and it all went a bit wonky.
Much of a people person, huh?
You want to be a little less vague, or
You had a big old plan. You thought we were gonna get in the way of it. You had to feel like you needed to do what you had to do, that kind of thing.
Things were getting out of hand, and I have to admit I contributed somewhat to that. So for that, I apologize. Anyway, I've come here to make a request of you. You guys like filling requests, right?
It's on the request.
Reciprocally so.
I was hoping that you would let me teleport you somewhere.
Cool.
Sorry?
Cool, cool,
And
cool.
why?
Cool, 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 cool.
No.
In Harmisburg, it's my home.
We're in Harmisburg, yeah?
Why don't we
So,
just
I mean,
walk there?
I know this is bizarre, yeah, but what's wrong with exactly walking there? I'm down for the walk.
So, while you guys have been delving around here, lots of people have arrived in town looking for you. The tiefling is here.
The
She,
Were you
Tiefling's
the one
another
scrying on her?
Yeah, the one whose name you stole for your team name, Serenity.
Oh, yeah, we
Which turned out to be quite effective.
Has a name. Right. Tiefling, who else?
A number of Bratzian soldiers have rolled in. They seem pretty
Hilarious.
determined to find you.
Baratsians here on Elosian soil.
Well, I'm a little disappointed they didn't find us.
Yeah, well,
There's still time.
you may want to take that back. They did not send the same types of individuals that you encountered in the caves in my trial.
Who are we dealing with?
Individuals like
Masters.
yourselves, people that get sent to other countries to find cures to unsolvable problems. How's that going, by the way?
Well, it seems it will remain insolvable. Is that right, Paxon?
I'm working on it.
Not serious.
What do you mean?
It's a nonsense. We can't do what we had to do in order to cure the king. We couldn't.
I'm not gonna talk about it here with him, but we can talk about it.
It's just
Oh?
about the worst thing I've heard all day. Hope you have a plan.
Alright,
Anyway.
So, are we teleporting with him? Or...
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I would say
Alright.
why not, because we'd have no reason to believe anything he said or that we're going to be teleported to his home.
Oh. I would be inclined to agree with you, Paxon, but he is the only person I know who has any inkling of how to get to where we need to go. I think he's our only shot. Frankly, he strikes me as the more of just the smug type who doesn't like to talk about a lot of things, more so than somebody who actually has malicious intent. What do you think, Paxon?
Well, let's go.
Alright. That was easier to convince you guys of than I thought it would be. I mean,
You've changed.
he kind of laughs for a second. Would you believe this is not my real body? I was genuinely convinced you would just stab me on sight.
Well, you know,
Like
everything you said to us made a lot more sense when we started learning more things. So, needless to say, things have changed a little bit since the last time we had an encounter.
The eels were still a completely stupid idea. You should not have done that. That was just horrible. There was no way that could have been taken in a good light.
Hey, did it work though?
No, it didn't.
That guy gets it.
The end result is that he was hunted. The Talons were looking for a reason to go after him, and that gave them a reason. We were going after him. It did not work at all.
Well,
The champions
I
were
mean,
selected. But
the point of the
we'll
eels
cross
was to
that
be
bridge.
sacrifices so that I could cast the trials.
You're gonna have to pay for that at some point. Lucky for you, we got bigger fish to fry.
I mean,
right
it was
now.
either the eels or the townspeople. I think what I did was kind of the... Okay, I'm not going to debate this with you guys. Clearly, you're a little bit more black and white than I am. Seriously,
Bert
though,
sort of squints at him and is just like, Bert, let's go.
if your Triton is hiding somewhere, we all need to be holding hands for this, so...
It's just
She's
us.
not.
Okay, have you found the tiefling yet? Because she's also in here, like I said, she came in after you.
It's
No,
just
we-
four
She's
of us.
not in here anymore.
We found them.
Jesus, that bad.
Yeah.
You know
But
that
don't
whole,
worry, we'll
like,
be talking
aloof,
about that
not
later.
telling people things? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's go.
Fair enough. And he extends a hand for you guys to take.
Alright, here's the question though. Who's touching Salem?
Ugh. Lunith can.
Y'all got some problems you gotta work there.
He tried to kill us, man.
Yeah, my problem is I currently trust you more than him.
As
Shit, that's... Thank you.
as you grasp hands with Salem, you see his skin changes from his changeling form to it changes to a kind of pale, kind of lightly skinned, brown-haired, curly with curly hair mage that
Hey,
you
Graham.
guys
How you doing?
recognize as the court wizard, Salem. And he starts to weave this with the one hand that isn't being held. He starts to weave this circle, which starts to float
Right
around
back.
you guys as these kind of specks of magical light start to focus around you. And there's this kind of building, rushing noise as the spell coalesces around you. And at the moment of
It's
greatest
counterspell.
anticipation,
No, I'm kidding.
it feels like a trap door opens out underneath you, and you just fall. The sensation of falling is pretty gut-wrenching until your feet hit stone ground again, and you're standing on a small magical circle in what appears to be some floor of a tower. There's a window by you, out of which you can see the skyline of Harmisburg.
Oh, thank goodness.
Welcome to
Yo.
my home. Now, we have quite a bit to discuss. And that's where we'll end the
There,
session
yeah.
for tonight.